Atlanta fans, welcome to that Atlanta show. Not this show, not this sports show, not that. It's that Atlanta sports show. It's easy for me to say. I'm Jeremy the Impact York from Impact Media. This is our weekly drive through the world of basically both teams that call this place home, Atlanta United and the Atlanta Falcons. If you want to follow the show, you can go to YouTube, impact underscore media underscore. I had to tell some people earlier today, underscore is the line at the bottom. You know, the line at the side is a dash. This is the one at the bottom. You got to do the one at the bottom. Uh, Lots to get into, so let's just get into it. What about those Falcons? What about those Falcons, right? Right? They held on to take the outright lead. They had the tiebreaker, but they outright lead over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they won 31-26 in Tampa. It's a fun stadium, by the way. Fun fact, like I told you guys, I think last week, that's the first stadium I visited for a NFL game. I actually enjoyed the pirate ship. The pirate ship's really cool. If you get a chance to see it, I didn't get a chance to get on it because I believe former military and current military can get on it. I'm not. But I don't think Kirk Cousins really cared much about being on it either. All he cared about was putting up ridiculous play after ridiculous play. He was able to find Kyle Pitts a handful of times. Darnell Mooney, Bijan coming out of the backfield. That supplemented the run. Drake London. Let's see, what was it? Drake, Kyle, and Darnell all had 4 catches. and Pitts and Mooney were just torching, which is good. That's what you want. You want at least 2 of the 3 going. It's totally cool that Drake London had 4 solid catches for 34 yards. I'm cool with that. Charlie Warner had a big catch. Ray McLeod the third. Is he Trey McLeod? But he had a big day. This is why you get Kirk Cousins. I keep trying to tell you guys this. It's these situations where when you need solid play complemented by big time plays, Kirk Cousins. Everybody tries to say, yeah, numbers wise, Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins are pretty similar to being the same quarterback, but they're not. You could defend Dak and you could say he has a lot of big leadership qualities. I don't have a problem with Dak Prescott. But I actually like Kirk Cousins. Kurt is a lot more like Matt Ryan. You guys can come after me all you want, but he's a lot more like Matt Ryan as far as how he played. Kurt on the week, 23 for 29. That's only 16 completions, by the way. 276 yards, 4 touchdowns. Only sacked twice for 11 yards. Not bad. 2 more than I'd like, but we'll take it. 0 interceptions. 0. That's none. It's a big goose egg. That means the other team didn't catch 1 of his passes. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I would like to see him get the run game going a little more, but this game got going quickly, so it turned into a pass game. Excuse me. It turned into a pass game. So Bijan 13 carries for 63 yards. Bucks were having none of it. Tyler Algier 12 carries for 33 yards. Having none of it. The most successful runners for Atlanta against this Buccaneers defense was Ray McLeod III, who had 1 run for 17 yards, and Kirk Cousins had a couple dashes, including a 13. Let's see. If he had 16 total, that means he ran for 27 total yards. They took the 11 away because of the sack. But he had a 13-yard scramble right at the end that basically helped ice the game. He was pretty much done at that point. It's Kurt. I'm telling you guys. You guys are going to love him. You're going to love Michael Penix in a couple years when you get there. Enjoy Kurt now. Kurt is going to take you amazing places. Sorry. Still battling this cold or what. I'm not sure what it is. Good. But, you know, Not down for the count. I'm here to talk to you guys. I didn't like that there wasn't any sacks, but Baker's elusive, and that offensive line for them, they're pretty good too. A lot of pass defenses, a lot of Caden Ellis had some big tackles and big plays. He even got dinged up and was able to come back in the game later. That was nice. Um, it tells you what kind of game it was when your leading tacklers, for the most part, were defensive backs. It was an aerial game, and the Buccaneers were finding a way into the second and third levels. Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell both had interceptions. I'll be honest, Young Wei Koo, he missed that field goal. That was interesting. That definitely made people sweat it out a little more. Hit all of his extra points. That's fine. I'm not saying he's gonna hit every kick because he's gonna miss kicks. We don't always hit at our job, you know. Sometimes the big project doesn't go your way. Sometimes you miss the sale. You know, sometimes you accidentally put whipped cream in somebody's coffee and they don't like it. It happens. He's still one of the best kickers in the league. Don't have a problem there. Bradley Pinion had a monster day, including pinning him deep when he needed to. Down at Raymond James, I said Raymond James. It's a nice stadium. It's not Mercedes-Benz, but it's a nice stadium. I like it. I liked it. A good while when I was down there. Let's take some of the numbers. Atlanta was a half-point favorite. Well, they hit that. Oh, wait, who in the world plays half? That's awful, Vegas, or ESPN Bet, or whoever come up with that. Over under 47.5. Yeah, they scored 57 total points. If you took the over in that one, 62,787 patrons for that one. That's a lot. A lot of people. Baker not to be outdone. They were behind, so he threw the ball 50 times, completed 37, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. When you play from behind and you're a gunslinger like Baker Mayfield, you're going to try to put some balls in places that either your receiver is going to get them and make a great play, or they're going to be picked off by defensive backs. Those kind of things happen. Let's see. Wasn't really a rushing attack. You got to figure out something about those tight ends. I don't know if it's tight end day or not. I think they made it up. But, I mean, Cade Otton, 9 catches, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Can we bracket? You knew they didn't, when their other their other offensive weapons on the outside were Sterling Shepard, Bucky Irving, Raheem Jarrett, and Cade Otton. Even the fantasy website said, "Hey, Cade Otton is a definite play this week because who else are they going to throw to? Who else?" And so who did Baker throw to? Cade Otton. The team's playing Tampa from here on out. I don't care who comes back. Cade Otton. Get on him. He's a great player. He proved he's a great player. It wasn't just, he was the most open. No. He beat double teams. He was constantly just a thorn in the side of the Falcons. Who got the sack for them? It was C.J. Brewer, who I believe is a rookie. And he's good, guys. Yeah. He hasn't played a whole lot of games, and he's a good player. Out of Coastal Carolina. That's where I know him from. I've seen C.J. Brewer play before. He's good. Not just because he had 2 sacks. He's good. You're going to have to get somebody on him, too. Their usual suspects were pretty tame, though. They were able to do some good things. And hey, like I said, Falcons on top. Falcons absolutely on top. That moves us to this week. This week, they get to play the Cowboys, and this is at home. This is a 1 p.m. Fox game. That means, we're getting Tom Brady. If this is considered the top game, see what else is on Fox. Um, Raiders, Bengals, Commanders, Giants. No. Patriots, Titans. Let's hope not. Yeah, I think there's a chance you're going to see Tom Brady in Mercedes-Benz. That's who I would put on it. Atlanta is a 3-point favorite, which means if these guys played on Jupiter, they would be dead even. Think about that a minute. So we thought about that. Vegas, the people, the odds makers, think if the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys are equal, forget the fact that the Falcons won 2 more games than the Cowboys. Have you seen the Cowboys play this year? They're missing like a third of their defense. They can't get the offensive line right. They can't run the ball. Dak throwing to anybody on the field, referees, other team, random birds, whatever. And Jerry had a whole off season and the entire season up until now to improve the team. He didn't do not a bit of it. Not a bit. I think we're still on level 1 for the Cowboys that the first step is admitting you have a problem. Cowboys, you have a problem. You have a lot of problems, but you need to realize that you have problems. Because this Falcons team might smoke you. They might smoke you right here in this stadium. Falcons by 3? Falcons by 10 or 11, maybe 12, 13. Falcons. Absolutely. Pick the Falcons. Pick the Falcons to win at home at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. Pick the Falcons. This is one of the easier picks of the week. Even if the Cowboys suddenly wake up and remember, oh yeah, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We should play better. Falcons are still a better team. You're better basically across the board. I've said it earlier. I'd rather have Kurt than Dak. Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? Okay. Receiver could be interesting. But they have one receiver. CeeDee Lamb. And tight end is okay, but CeeDee Lamb. Atlanta, you got 7 receivers and 2 tight ends. Who would you rather have running the ball? Ezekiel Elliott or Bijan Robinson? Tyler Algier. At this point, Ray McLeod, 3rd. It's not close, guys. Better defense, Falcons. Better special teams, Falcons. I would love to see these 2 kickers have a kickoff because that would be fun. But, yeah. So, where does Dallas have the edge? That sometimes they wake up and they remember they're Dallas? Well, even if they do, how are they better than the Falcons? They're not. They're not better than the Falcons. I said the Falcons are going to win by 10 plus. If I want to put an actual number on it, yeah, I really want to say 11, but I'll say 12. It'll be now I got to find a number. 20, better yet. No, not 12. 27, we'll say 10. 27-17. Nah, 31-20. 31-20. 31-20. Falcons are going to win. Dallas is still going to score some points, but Falcons, you're about to go to 6-3, and you're about to beat another NFC foe. Don't take them for granted, but you got this. You absolutely got this. So now, go to United. When we last chatted, it was 1-1 Atlanta and Miami in game one of their potential 3-game series. And I said this game is going to be 2-1, and I think Atlanta's going to win. And I got the score right. Did not get the victor right. As Jordi Alba in the 60th minute put one in the back of the net, and Atlanta chased that other one the whole rest of the night and just never found it. Never found it. Never found that other goal. Luis Suarez had the one in the second minute. Sabalo Janite had one in the 39th minute. Brad Guzan stood on his bald head. Man, I felt like Atlanta did almost everything they could do. And I'm not going to call them out and say, oh, well, they could have done this or could have done this or could have done. No. I think they put maximum effort forth and just came up a little short in this game. I feel that's what happened. So the good thing is there's still at least one more game. And that game's going to be this Saturday in this stadium. So if you're going to go to the stadium, then you can go Saturday night and Sunday night and Sunday afternoon. They're going to have to clean the field pretty quickly. But they will host Miami. And all you do is beat Miami. And then there'll be a third game. And that'll be in Miami. And you get a chance to eliminate Luis Suarez and Messi and all those guys. That game will be next week. But you got to win this one. And if you win this one, which you can, I think if you play the way you've been playing recently, the way you got yourself into the playoffs, spread the ball out, a lot of one touches, a lot of moving around, rely on the defense, I think you can beat Miami. And I think you will beat Miami. I'm going to stick with the 2-1. And I'm going to say Sabalo Janite with another one, Messi probably with a goal, and Moranchuk, the new guy. Moranchuk is going to get the other goal. So that's pretty much what you're looking at. Great time to be in Atlanta. You're getting back-to-back games here in the stadium. That's going to bring us to the end of our show. Appreciate you guys tuning in to another great edition of That Atlanta Sports Show. I am Jeremy the Impact York. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go Falcons. Go United.